Hello again, and welcome to the second segment of the introduction to the class Politics and Societies of Southeast Europe. What I want to talk about in here is some of the goals of the class, what we're going to be trying to achieve in here, um, and also to point you to some resources that will be useful to you as you develop your interest in the region, and also materials that will help you to follow events in the region that will be going on as we continue to do the class. So what are the goals that we have in here? The main one is, and this is the goal of all of these area-based classes that we do in the second year of the program, and that is to provide students with in-depth knowledge of the region that is based on research. A second thing, and this is a subordinate goal, you'll find that the material that we look at, some of it comes from history, some of it comes from politics, some from sociology and anthropology. That is, we are combining approaches used by different disciplines, and this is, I think, one of the techniques and one of the advantages of area studies is that it builds or hopes to build a holistic picture of a region based on contributions from different disciplines, different points of view, rather than following a single discipline. And third, what I hope to be able to do is to give you an insight and an overview of some of the debates about the region that are current. And this includes debates about events that you'll come across in the news, because sometimes the region does make the news. Also about current debates among researchers in the region, so that you get a picture of the field and are able to use that to move more deeply into it. Now, in addition to these goals, we have some other goals that are maybe subordinate or less formal than the ones that are stated here. That would include these goals. First, what we hope to do, I think, in all of our classes where the material that we teach intersects with issues that people discuss in in following the news with political conflicts, to be able to approach current disputes and current controversies from the point of view of research, that is moving beyond and transcending the approach of political posturing or merely descriptive approaches, and recognizing stereotypes and fixed ideas where they exist, and understanding of the region. Second, by providing a variety of approaches, what we hope is that cumulatively the material in the course are going to contribute to enhancing the understanding that people in here have of diverse positions and understandings, and the different kinds of values that are contributed by different approaches, by different disciplines. And third, although we're talking about a specific region of the world, this is a trivial insight. All regions of the world are a part of the world. But what I hope people will be able to develop out of this is a sense of how issues in the region come together with issues elsewhere in the world, with historical phenomena, with general empirical problems and theoretical problems in the field. So regardless of what you pursue as your main object of interest, it may be Southeast Europe and it may not be Southeast Europe, there will be some value here in showing the relations between different specific empirical focuses and areas. What are some specific things that you can do with this? This is a link to a site that I've created and that I have maintained with a listing of news sources. It includes news sources in English, in the languages of the region, in some other languages where I've been able to find these. These are daily and weekly, regularly updated publications. that will give you a picture of what is happening now. It's news coverage, analysis, and commentary about the region. I will send this link to everybody who is registered in the class in the mail. And my recommendation is you can use this page as your starting point. You can use a different one if you like, but follow news and events from the region regularly. Things will happen. We will talk about them. They will contribute to your understanding. They are probably going to form a central part of the material that you use in the 2 written pieces of work that you'll submit during the term, the case study assignment and the essay assignment. And the second thing that I will ask people to do is to follow. You have a tremendous advantage in understanding the region just based on the fact of being at the institution where you are, or whether you are physically at the institution or not. Here at SEES, we have the Center for Southeast European Studies with regular events, usually between 3 and 5 each semester, in which experts on different aspects of life in the region and specialists coming out of history, literature, politics, sociology discuss recent research, developing issues. This includes both lectures and book presentations, as well as panel discussions and debates. You can find out about events that are coming up if you are on social media like Facebook and Twitter. We have sites regularly updated on those. Subscribe to those and find out what's happening. Find out what is happening at other universities in the area as well. There are Southeast European Studies at centers at both LSE and at Goldsmiths. Look up and follow their events and attend events as much as you possibly can. Try to stay current with the region. It's going to enrich your understanding of the region. It's going to make participation in our discussions easier and deeper and more interesting. So that's what I'll say about goals for the class. And now in the final section of this presentation, in the next video, I'm going to try to offer some background, a way of approaching the questions that we'll be looking at in the region.